Welcome to Hot Buttons, where we discover and unpack hot and current societal issues. Today, we are going to look at an issue that society is currently facing. There are more and more people choosing not to have kids. Have you noticed it too? More and more people are choosing not to have kids, and it's not just a personal decision, it's part of a global trend. But why is this happening? We're going to break it all down with facts, figures, and surprising insights. Number 1, the financial reality of parenthood. Let's start with the numbers. In many countries, raising a child is an expensive undertaking. In the US of A, the cost of raising a child to age 18 is $233,000 US. In Australia, it's no better. A study showed that a family needs to spend about $297,000 Australian dollars to raise a child from the time they were born till they grow up. For many young people, stagnant wages and skyrocketing housing prices make the idea of starting a family seem impossible. In fact, a recent survey found that over 60% of millennials said financial insecurity was the main reason they delayed or avoided having children. Number 2, the rise of personal freedom and career priorities. Beyond money, there's a growing desire for personal freedom. Today's generation is prioritizing travel, self-development, and career advancement. Women, in particular, are achieving higher educational levels and pursuing fulfilling careers. For some, kids just don't fit into this picture, or at least not right now. This trend is reflected in the average age of first-time mothers, which has increased globally. In countries like Australia and the US, it's now over 30 compared to 25 just a few decades ago. Twitter user WebEgger has shared a thought of signing up for parenthood in this era. You can't deny the barriers of not being able to support a family on a single salary. Then, if you decide to have a double income setup, the prices of childcare are rising as well. It truly feels like you can't win, like signing up for parenthood is signing up for poverty. A lot of people could resonate with this post. As we've mentioned, everything has been getting more expensive. A single income family used to be very common, but now it has become a privilege, a dream that most families can't have because they need to rely on a minimum of 2 income streams. Number 3, environmental and ethical concerns. Then you've got the environment. Many people today are deeply concerned about climate change and the planet's future. A 2020 study found that 40% of young adults said fears about the environment influenced their decision not to have children. There's also the ethical debate about overpopulation. Some argue that having fewer children reduces strain on the planet's resources, making it a more responsible choice. 4, social and emotional influences. Parenting today comes with intense social pressures. Social media often sets unrealistic standards for what a perfect parent looks like. For some, this pressure is enough to make them hesitate. Additionally, traditional family structures are changing. With more people delaying or avoiding marriage altogether, the path to parenthood has become less linear. In fact, the number of single-person households is at an all-time high. Single-person households have increased to 28% globally. This video will show you the reality of a single-person household in Australia.
2 recent rent rises are straining Tina's monthly budget to breaking point.
I don't buy anything that I don't need, obviously, but in the last week or so it can be a bit difficult to make what food's left stretch until payday.
The hobby artist longs to be closer to family by moving from Melbourne's Mornington Peninsula up the road to Frankston. But when she began looking, she found herself facing a growing mismatch between supply and demand.
I can see the smaller units that I could afford are very few and far between.
Large houses dominate Frankston, where just 1 in 5 homes has only 1 or 2 bedrooms. It's a problem strickening Melbourne's growth corridors, like Hume and Whittlesea, where those smaller houses make up just 1 in 10 homes, or Melton, just 1 in 20. Several councils are now calling for a better mix to prevent small or low-income households slipping further into housing stress.
What does this mean for society? Lower birth rates can lead to an ageing population and economic challenges, like shrinking workforces and increased healthcare costs. Some governments are even offering financial incentives to encourage people to have kids. But ultimately, the decision to have children, or not, is deeply personal. It reflects changing values, priorities, and realities in today's world. But what do you think? Are these reasons relatable, or do you see it differently? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.